Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is The Love and Odd. Today we are going to review the Medicom MAFEX, or some people say MAFEX. Batman. It's just called Batman, but they should call it Batman Knightfall because that's what his design's based on. Night Crusader Batman. Always loved the Night Crusader name for Batman. But either way, very nice looking package. Really not that much going on. It's just nice red, black. On the other side, more images of the character. Looks very good. Looks very good. I like it. Very good. And on the other side, just sideways, another picture of Batman. And more pictures of Batman. And I don't know about this pose. Again, I feel like they were just trying to shoot out some ideas. And of course, the heads and different poses and different capes that you have. And a lot of things to say about this figure. And of course, nice little sticker right here. And a nice little sticker right here to show it's a genuine product. So either way, package looks great, not that bad. Moving it to the side. So there's a lot of things to say about this figure because if you remember or seen my video, if you're a new subscriber or whatever, then be my guest. Take a look at this video just to be sure if you want this figure, because this figure itself, it's wonderful. I'm having fun with it. But I had the Batman Returns. The Dark Knight Returns Batman. I apologize. Again, this figure itself is just getting me excited, so I just want to get through it. And with that figure, when I was moving him around on his ab crunch, I was moving him around. I went a bit down, and then he broke off me. So holding these figures are very, very scary. I feel like with SH Figure Arts, they hold tight. With MAFEX, it's a bit scary to move them around. I gotta be honest with that. But let's just look at the capes. Let's look at the accessories, the capes, the hands, all of it. And first of all, we're gonna look at these pieces. We're gonna look at all three pieces actually. So right off the bat, let's actually talk about this cape before we continue. So I'm going to talk about articulations while we look at the capes because you will see why. So cape articulation, it's a very nice, bigger cape, way bigger than the Dark Knight Returns. You have 1, 2, hold on, if I can find this, 3, and 4. 4 wires to get a nice, good, over dramatic, over the top, very beautiful Batman pose. And you know how he is in the comics. Sometimes when they do his poses, it's so overly dramatic and over the top, but it's so well done and so beautiful. I love it. And the cape, it's nice. I know some people are not a fan of this cape because the shoulder pads, if you want to call them that. And to me, I absolutely love it. It's different. I know some people are not a fan of this, but that's everyone's own opinion. Everyone has their own different opinion. Me, on the other hand, I actually love this. It's a little high for my liking, but either way, I think it's still a great looking bat cape because again, it gives so much presence with this cape. And there's 2 peg holes and 1 peg hole for the attachment. So let's just look at the cape by itself and then continue, and then we're gonna talk about nice. Again, I'm very scared to move these and mess around with these figures, but either way, very nice looking cape, very good. And when you get another cape, it comes in a tray. So let's have this sit down for a little bit, and then take off this tape, and then take off the tape. Okay, just took it off completely. The hair. Anyways, now we are gonna look at the cape itself. Let's move this one back to its place. There we go. So either way, this cape, it's a nice, simple Batman cape. But before I continue, actually, let's look. Sorry. I want to get this figure right, in my honest opinion, and I just want to look at this very nice in detail. So, the body itself looks very good. It's very good. But we're going to talk about that later. So again, 2 peg holes, one right here. You just got to attach these from the back first and then the front. So of course you got to see these. You got 2 right here, 1 right there. Let's see if I can do it on first try because it's taking me a while. Okay. Right. See? It takes me a while to put this on. Again, I never had a Batman figure for MAFEX. The only one I had was the Dark Knight Returns, but that shit broke on me and I was very much disappointed. So now we have a nice, simple, classic Batman look. Again, I am a big fan of the blue and gray suit. It looks so beautiful. It pops. I know some people like the black on black or the black on gray or the black with dark gray or anything. I know people like the Hush Batman and I like that design, but with this Batman, I actually wanted to get way more than the Hush one. And again, he just looks good with this cape. And of course, with this cape, you also have 4 wires. So you get 1 right here, 1 right here, 1 right here, and 1 right there. So 4 wires to move them around and get some beautiful, beautiful Batman poses. So I'm going to take this cape off so we can look at articulations. Now, of course, we're going to put this one's more easier since you don't have to worry about the cape. So with this piece, it's just standard without no capes. Right there, pegs. Pegs on nice and tight, very easily. Yeah, so fits very well, And since we're already done talking about the cape, I am going to come back to this later. But for now, we're going to put it to the side. Put it to the side, and we're going to look at his articulation, and then continue moving forward, and then look at his 2 different head sculpts. But for now, his presence without the cape still looks good. Well, not my cup of tea. I prefer him with the cape, but of course, you can have him with the cape or not. So let's look at just the body itself. Some people don't like it. I like the body. I'm fine with it. It looks great. It feels great. It looks very nice. It feels very wonderful to look at. You could see some shade. I hope you can see that. You can see some shading around the body. Very well done. Very well sculpted. Again, just beautifully painted. I keep looking at this figure and I'm trying to make sure if there's any messed up paints, but well, there's one messed up paint. It's just right here on the symbol. If y'all guys could see that. I hope. Again, it looks a bit blurry in my angle, but there's one right there, and that's the only smudge I have with it. That's the only problem. But let's look at the articulation. Articulation-wise, of course, with some of your MAFEX, it's sometimes different, because I look at the different bodies of different MAFEX, and they're sometimes different. But some people don't like this. I like it. I like the nice, thin, but still buff Batman. Of course, with the Dark Knight Returns, he's more bulky. This one's more a bit thin. So, of course, let's just look at the articulation. Looking down, pretty good. Then looking up, not that much. Down's pretty good. Up's not that, well, not, yeah, a little, but not that much. Again, you could actually adjust with the bar joint, with the dumbbell joint, I apologize, in this figure. But let's just continue. So he moves very nice. Down, up. You can move his head side to side very well. Very well. Okay. We can move his arms very well, very far. Again, these joints move really smooth, but some joints are a bit hard. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that later. Some's a bit stiff. So, very good. You could also, well, before we continue, butterfly joint. Nice. Not a lot, but it's decent. Again, this figure has more things that I love about it, but again, that's why we're going to be reviewing about his body and then continue more with the accessories. And of course, you have drop-down arms for both sides. So, very nice. It's a bit too gappy for my liking. Like, when you have his arms dropped, you see a gap. When you have it not like that, well, hold on. You could see, well, a little bit from the back, but not a lot from the front. I apologize, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. And with this figure, he looks good either way. So it's not a big deal to me. I know some people are gonna have problems with that. Swivel right here. Oh, actually, before we continue, full rotation on the arms. Very nice. Full rotation on the arms. Very nice. Of course, swivel. Gonna have to hold this. And then swivel over here. So, not bad, not bad. And then double jointed. Double jointed. So, very good, very good. And of course, pegs. Pegs you could just move side to side. Oh, apologize. Side to side. Or if you like, take it off. Move this little peg. Turn around. And then, there we go. So we'll change that around. Now, again, this is the part I get really scared of. So let's just talk about his chest. His chest can move that far, very good. I mean, not his chest, well, his chest, right? Again, I am just so worried to move this figure around. And he moves like that, very far. Back, very good. In front, not a lot, but a little. And then I could do side to side a little bit. Just a little bit. And then afterwards, we're gonna check out the part that messed me up and broke my figure. Of course, we're talking about the ab crunch. Now, it has a dumbbell joint. I'm pretty sure you could just move it around. But with this, ooh, yeah, I'm not gonna do that with him. I don't think he has the chance to do that, but he moves that far. I feel like he moves that far, so not bad. And then he moves this far, so it's not bad. Again, I kind of wish it would done more, but with certain poses you're gonna do with him, you're gonna get some good articulations with him. And of course, oh, drop down, and then splits. Not a lot, but you could get some good kicks. And anytime you split their legs, the drop down knees is gonna come down. So make sure, be careful, and just fix it. I don't want you to mess up your figure like I did with mine, because, now, double jointed on the knee, and double jointed on the knee. Now this is the part I am kind of iffy about, because you could put his legs, put them down, his feet I mean, put them up, toe articulation, very good, nice. And then I know there's a swivel or ankle pivot, but I'm sorry. And And with him, it's clunky. So let's just, I'm gonna just like that and go pivot. Again, these figures, they're good to look at. But my God, I'm just so worried to mess these up and screw it up. But now we have him back, just standing up. So pretty good, pretty good. And be careful, because when you move him around, his torso, not his torso, but his little ab crunch, it kind of wants to control itself, just move around for some fucking reason. So once in a while, you're gonna have to. Now it looks perfect and straight. There we go. Still looks a bit weird on my angle for the camera, but okay. Just testing him out, just see if he falls. Now let's talk about the different accessories. Now we could talk about it, because I wanted to deal and get the cape out of the way, because it's gonna mess a lot. And again, he kind of looks he looks skinny, but still buff. His ass looks a bit weird, but his back looks great. Abs look great, muscles look great, legs look pretty good. Look at his body far away, and then you're like, oh, not bad. Because of course, with my review brain, I gotta be honest and give my honest opinion, but my collector brain, it's just so beautiful. Now, this is his little swimming mask, or if you want to pretend, his gas mask. You could pretend that's a gas mask, and that would be fine. Who cares? But again, I'd rather see another mask with an angry head sculpt, or with the over-the-top long ear Batman. We're gonna talk about that later, of course. But this, not badly scoped. I hope y'all guys could see. Hope y'all guys. Yeah, there we go. So again, it's really not my cup of tea. Again, you could pretend it's just a gas mask, and that's fine. That's fine. Go nuts with your imagination. And now with the normal one, yeah, I just want to make sure. Same thing, just has a gas mask right here, and then normal face right there. So not bad. Not bad. Very, very good. But if you want to see him with his swimming gear, there we go. Again, anytime he moves his head, this part slowly comes off. Don't know why it's pegged in from the back, but from the front. That never happens with the cape. Never happens with the cape. But either way, not bad. So let's look at the, actually, I want to look at it nice and close. The long ear over the top Batman. Love it or hate it, I love it. I love in the comics when he gets the over the top long ears. I mean, yes, it looks silly, but it's a guy in a freaking bat costume. It's already silly enough. I hope y'all guys could see. Again, I feel like my camera is not getting some good angles. Not even getting the good lighting. Lord have mercy. Anyways, but if you see, he got some printed, not even printed, I'm pretty sure they do it on computers nowadays. Sometimes they sculpt it and then paint it, but either way, very well done. And if you look closely, there's some pink on, like, you can see his gums a little bit. Again, I'm sorry if it's not getting it very well. I apologize. But let's continue with this review. And now, let's go back to the cape before I continue, because we're still looking at accessories. Now, with this cape, no problems. Very good. Normal cape looks fine. The shoulder pads, I guess you could call it cape. Hold on. There we go. When I was fixing him and making him straight, trying to make this cape straight, if you look closely, this part is not pulling off, but this part easily pulled off, and it's glued. So you gotta be careful and watch out. Literally, I just got this figure yesterday, And it's so a lot of things I like but dislike about MAFEX. And of course, right here, you can see this other part looks like it's about to come off, and then this part, it's already glued on. So be careful, just be careful. Now, I'm gonna move back and get the cape. Let's just look at the cape. Actually, I'm gonna put this crap away. I'm gonna take off the tape. Distracting. And now, let's just put the normal piece right there. And that was cape piece. There we go. Of course. Boom. Perfect. So now, a more better look for Batman. Now, we're not going to use this one. We're not going to use this one. With this cape. And now, for my favorite head sculpt. There we go. The over-the-top ears look so wonderful. I love the long ears. Always been a fan. I know some people are not a fan, but who cares? Next accessory. Now, this, I thought it was going to be on a string. It's his batarang, but connected to basically a rope. And we're going back to 1966 with this one, where he just throws it and see how lucky he gets if it grapples. But it's a lot of wire. I'm not going to show it. Actually, screw it. Might as well. That would just been bad. And I mean, there's like a lot of wire. So, again, if you want to pose him around with this, be my guest. I'm going to do some photography with him later. I'm going to have to put him back. Again, I want to give my audience and show y'all guys full review for this, just to be careful. But it's on wire, not that bad. Very well painted, very well sculpted. So you will get a lot of articulations with this. So very good. Now, for hand-wise, don't want to make this video long for y'all, but we're gonna look at his normal palm hands. They look like they're about to grip, but no, they're just normal, just relaxed hands. Very well painted. I like it. More smaller than the Dark Knight Returns Batman hands, but I like these. These are very nice. And you get more hands with this Batman. So nice, relaxed hands. Looks very good. Very well done. And then you have these, I guess, gripping, almost, I don't know. Sure, almost, looks like he's about to grip something, I guess. And very nice, very well painted, very well sculpted. If you look closely, there's some low line works. Again, I really hope this camera is getting the best close of look with this. Again, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. And of course, we have his swimming hands, or you could pretend they're like his high five hands, but not bad. Really not that much to talk about, but again, they're just very well painted and very well shaded. Each hands are shaded. Of course, you might think these are fisting hands, but you see there's a little grip. That's where you could have the rope attached to it. Or maybe if you have some batarangs, you could also put a batarang in there. And of course, he used guns sometimes. Some people get mad when Batman used guns, but in the 30s and 50s, he used guns. And I can remember if he used guns in this because we have some trigger finger hands. And again, they look very well done. But yeah, these are the least likely I'm gonna pose them up with these hands, but I tried to put a gun in his hand from a Marvel Legend toys and it wasn't really fitting well, so I don't know. But, and last name but not least, the MAFEX stand. I know some people don't care for the stand. I tightened it up to make it screw. Oh, I screwed and made the fucking, basically I tightened this shit up. My fucking god, I apologize. Holy shit, my brain is just hurting me. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. my goodness. So again, there's just a lot to talk about with this figure and appreciate. But if you never used the MAFEX stand, little separate piece, connect it right here. You can make this as just hold him or a nice little crotch grabber. And then with this piece, you could move it. There's another piece you could use. Put it on the back. And then move this. And then voila. I don't really like using these. I like to use this one way more. Holds up the figure tight. I mean, these stands are going to hold the figure well tight. But this holds up very well done. And this, they just slowly fall off. I'm not a fan with these. But either way, not bad. Not pretty bad. You could have, again, like I said, many options. Have it right here if you want him just to be standing. But he's Batman. Why the heck you want him to be just standing? So, overall, as a Batman figure, you get very well accessories, good amount. Head sculpts, they look good, but again, I'm not a fan of the scuba gear, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This mask, you could just call it, pretend it's a gas mask, like I say, but again, I'm not really going to use that. But he has so much presence, so much to him. And of course, good shading everywhere. And what am I going to give this figure a review? As a rating, for a whole review, my reviewer brain, I want to give him my honest opinion, but my collector brain is a 10 out of 10 for this. But of course, I want to give you all my honest opinions, because it's not the most perfect Batman figure, but it's way better than the Dark Knight Returns figure. This figure itself gets a 9.8. Yes, a 9.8 out of 10. This figure is way better than all of those shitty fucking McFarlane toys. You know, if you watch the videos a long time, I hate McFarlane with a passion. If you collect those, that's fine. But these figures are way better. Way better. And again, I don't know how long this is going to last, but I've seen many people, never seen some of them break their MAFEX. But me, for some reason, I just have to be unlucky. But overall, it's a 9.8. He's a very well made figure. Very well. Just look at him. Just look at him. Beautiful, beautiful. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. If y'all do enjoy this, please like or subscribe. If not, that's okay. If you're gonna leave a mean comment, I don't really care. If you're gonna leave a nice comment, then thank you very much. But either way, I hope y'all guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful life, a wonderful time, wherever y'all are in this big, crazy world. A good night, a good day, or a good afternoon, wherever. I don't care. Just hope y'all guys have a wonderful time, and hope y'all have a blessed and beautiful, just a great day. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video, and there will be more videos coming soon. Goodbye.